Hello viewers, today I'm going to discuss Swiss Army knives made by the company Victorinox, and these are the three that I own. And like many things in life, I just obsessively listened to reviews for probably a few months before buying these models. So I got this one several years ago, and next up I bought this model, followed by this one, which is the most recent arrival. And I thought, there's so many, let's just have a quick comparison and discuss it, because there's a lot that can be said about the tool sets that are included in these small knives, and it's just fun to just think about and consider these things. I really love a compact, well, this one is incidentally called the compact, but I do love a small instrument that has multiple uses and functions, and it's just appealing to me in several ways. So all right, so let's just get started and we'll just discuss each one in turn. So first one I bought is this, which is kind of like the normal one that you often see from Victorinox, although it has the addition of another tool, which I'll point out as we get there. So the most common tiny little keychain knife you can find from this company has the blade, which is tiny, as well as little scissors, widely regarded as some of the best multi-tool scissors you can find, and these have certainly come in handy. There's forums online on Reddit, etc., that mention a lot of the things that can be done with scissors versus with a knife, so they are a welcome addition to these little multi-tools. Oops. And then also we have the file for the nails. You can see mine are, I keep mine a little shorter than you're actually seeing them here. Oof. Oh my. I've never actually thought about my nail health or appearance over these hundreds of videos, but anyway, as well as a little screwdriver, so they can come in handy. So the thing that makes, oh, of course, we also have the tweezers and a toothpick. So a lot of these things can be used for multiple jobs and tasks. But anyway, what makes this Rambler different than the regular small little model is this addition of a tiny Phillips screwdriver that's actually magnetic, as well as a bottle opener, and this little cutout, which is a wire stripper. So you put the wire in that portion, and then you can actually kind of secure it maybe against the frame of the knife, and then you can drop the blade part down and then just twist the wire, and you would be able to strip the wire. How often does anyone strip wire these days? Who can say? But, and then of course there's other, you can pop bottle caps off of beer bottles, etc., in various other ways, but it's just nice to have it here. And I have actually used the screwdriver. So for a while I carted this device around and enjoyed it very much. And so then I bought this one, which is called the Pioneer, and this is an ALOX model, so that means aluminum oxide. So these scales, which is the outer portion that's not a part of the actual makeup of the knife apparatus, are made of aluminum, so they're a little sturdier. And then we'll see in a moment that the ALOX models also have more robust blades. So this one, like any functional multi-tool, begins with a knife, and there I am. Hey there. And I've taken this one camping a few times. It's really a beautiful device. We have a can opener with a little flathead screwdriver, followed by a half stop enabled screwdriver slash bottle opener, and then also that wire stripper. So you just tuck the wire in, drop the blade on it, give it a little twist, and then you can strip the wire that way. The half stop means that you can put leverage on the screwdriver this way versus just this way. Key ring, and this one also has an awl, so a really nice sharp awl. I've not used it for much. I don't want to dull it, so I'm not using it for like package opening or anything. I'll show you the knife I used for dedicated like Amazon boxes in a little while, which is separate from these. So an awl, it doesn't have a eyelet, which would let you sort of puncture a piece of fabric and move string or twine, or otherwise I'll do mending. But anyway, I chose the black model. I almost got something etched on there, but decided not to. But I'm just, I'm goth at heart. I love the look of the black knife. And then this is the one that I would carry and take camping, of course, to open cans, but also just carry around if I just wanted to feel pretty well equipped and stylish. So on a couple of occasions I've carried both of these, because you get the addition of the tiny Phillips and then the tiny flathead. But I'm not often using the file or anything. It also has the little scissors. So when I was doing my original research, I saw the compact, but I just didn't buy it. But then I don't really want to carry around two distinct tools. But this package does offer you quite a lot of utility in two small knives. But once again, it's two pieces of kit. I'd much rather have just one. So I bought the compact pretty recently. So this one is really a marvel of design, and it's going to be my go-to knife if I'm just carrying a knife around just in the course of my day-to-day life. Like if I'm at work, I've got probably 20 different cutting tools around me at all times, so I don't really have to worry about it. But just going out to do just to do regular errands, or otherwise I'm going to be carrying this one. So this is the way it comes from the manufacturer. They list it as having 15 distinct tools, one of them of course being the key ring, so we can kind of ignore that. But anyway, let's start on the back. We have a corkscrew, and then a lot of people also will say that they use this tiny point to help get knots untied, etc. Hopefully this isn't too blurry of a video. I'm trying to keep it in focus. Anyway, a corkscrew can come in handy too, and then now they're marketing it also with this Victorinox branded tiny little screwdriver for, well, eyeglasses, I suppose, is the only function that I can think of. Also, we have the inclusion of a little pin, which is actually pretty cool. So if you needed to reset a electronic device or get a splinter round or something, with the addition of tweezers, that would really come in handy. But just nice to have it there. And then we have also what it's called, the parcel hook. So on a couple of occasions I'm binding large sticks into portions that are cut to like 4-foot lengths so that the city will pick them up in the course of my job. And so I don't do it very often, but a couple times a year, maybe roughly. And so this would allow you to carry up to 200 pounds of something that's gathered up in twine. And it's also got a little file on the back for your nails, or I don't really think it would have much utility other than fingernails, but who knows, maybe you could file something. This one also comes with the addition of the tweezers and the toothpick. So there's a lot of aftermarket stuff. You could get like fire tinder bits and other tools that'll screw in to your corkscrew, but I'm not really looking at this time to change any of this stuff that's inbuilt. But I don't know, maybe some fire tinder, but then once again, if I'm camping or something, I'm gonna have fat wood and plenty of other fire starting options. So it also has an ink pen. It comes in blue ink and it's pressurized. So you just can think of a couple circumstances where you wouldn't take a note in your phone and you would need to leave a note. And once again, like if I'm just driving around, I've got ink pens available to me, but if I'm not right by my vehicle, this could come in handy, even though we do have cell phones on us these days. So often it's said that you can make it more of a functioning pen by using the hook to sort of capture it. And I tried this and it does make a much more serviceable ink pen. All right, so then we get into the main part of the tool, or sorry, the other side, with a little bit more utility. We have the knife, and so let me go ahead and show you the difference in the ALOX models. So I have to sort of have done my due diligence about this kind of thing, but it's much thicker on the ALOX, a robust tool in general, but this one certainly serviceable, and really there's not much difference other than that bit of extra metal for light duty daily use, but it's, it's something to note. We've got another half stop on this, which functions as a screwdriver, but then they also say that the point of this can be tucked into a Phillips, and it can also function as a Phillips, so double duty here. But also this tool, also we have the wire stripper, but we have double duty also with this, which functions as a bottle opener and a can opener. And let me just show you a quick tidbit about that. So these function in similar ways, only varying in the direction. So if I had a can here to demo, just use my hand, acting it like it's a can of food. This model goes forward, so you push and it carries on in a forward motion. And then this one comes backwards in sort of a dragging motion. So that's the difference. And this one, of course, is a more brutal, sort of raw, leaves a more broken and serrated sort of effect. But it functions, and I do love the double duty. Okay, and then big scissors. So here's what I like the scissors. I don't know if they would fail. It seems like there's more of a chance of failure because of this little wire, but I don't know if that's actually just maybe me being too picky. Because they also make a model of the Pioneer that has the scissors, but I quickly gave up the idea of buying that one because it would make it one I forget what they call these. It would make it one layer thicker, and they just seem like it would be less, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing to me to have it that thick. But this one, as you can see, is probably about the rough thickness of a 3-layer tool. So I mean, this has got a lot more utility, but it is somewhat bigger. So I think the form factor of this one appeals to me a lot more. Plus, you can make do without the scissors. And just having, I don't know, I'm of two minds. Like, I'm sure that these scissors, being a lot bigger, are much better, more functional and useful in more circumstances, but I'm not using scissors very often, and there's just something about the classic styling of this that seems like it's just basically indestructible and is always going to have functionality no matter what it undergoes. And then here we have like the rivet here that could fail, and potentially also the spring. But I like, it's for functionality, just for raw functionality and for everyday carry. I'm certainly going to keep this one on me because of those scissors on it. So anyway, this is the Compact, the Rambler, and the Pioneer in ALOX, aluminum oxide style. So once again, dispensing with the idea of carrying two little knives. I mean, I'm not really carrying this stuff around with me anyway. Very often, not every day or anything, but I do really like the idea of having a small object in one's pocket that has so much utility. And there's a lot of different models out there with saws and various other tools, magnifying glasses. Some of them have like USB drives and flashlights, but my phone's generally charged and it has a flashlight, and of course the battery could fail or leak. So I thought about this model for some time while I was researching all the other models, and just didn't buy it. So years passed, and maybe at least a year since I got this one. But I've taken this one camping a few times, and it's really come in handy. I just think that for style and gracefulness and utility, it's my favorite of all the Swiss Army knives. It's the Pioneer in black. There's a lot of colors. I would never be a collector. I think that these tools are amazing and fun to think about, though. Just for package opening, just incidentally, I've got this knife don't think I've ever made a video about it, but I like the cool sort of cyberpunk futuristic styling of it. Maybe I'm assigning too much. But we like what we like, and I do think that this is a cool knife. Rui K, I think. That's also locks. Like, it's locked already with this like liner lock, but then it locks again. It locks the liner lock into the position. So very, very sturdy and dependable. I'm sure this one could handle quite a lot of wear. But basically, this is my Amazon package opening knife. Illegal in Europe to have these locking knives because they're more of a weapon. So on a lot of the reviews, they talk about being UK legal for Swiss Army knives just because it's not locking. So you always have the chance of the mechanism failing when untoward things might be being done by unsavory types. Anyway, just wanted to share my excitement about these knives. I think they're cool, and they've been occupying my thoughts a lot over the preceding few years. So there we have it. Let me know your favorite Swiss Army knives in the comments, and whether you carry around even one of the small keychain ones, and whether you find yourself wanting for a bottle opener / tiny little Phillips sometimes. And so whether you have a journey with Victorinox knives, they're sort of a classic mainstay. Thanks for watching.